Here we go.
Okay.
All right, welcome back.
Hey guys.
Hey guys,
Hey guys.
Hello.
So
I got a visitor here. Look at her.
is that a new team member?
Yeah, a family member. Her name is Wölkchen, which means cloudlet. Say hi. Yeah. She has 4 sisters. No, 3 sisters and 5 half sisters now. Oh,
Wow.
she's missing her mommy, so I have to get her back. But I want to show you her. Isn't she cute?
How many
Yeah.
days is she old?
3 weeks. Yeah.
Oh,
Really, really young.
Are you
I thought it would be bigger at this point.
Are you turning into the male version of the crazy cat lady from The Simpsons?
Yeah. No, I'm not throwing. I'm not throwing them. Mm. Okay, I have to get her back. She's a bit nervous here. Get back in a second.
Yeah, first time on stream.
Yeah.
Yeah, Goo, are you also a cat person? Just judging from your avatar? From your profile pic? Great.
But I've never guessed. Oh dear. Oh, there we go. I personally never were able to become a cat person. I had some bad experiences when I was younger we had a horrible cat. I'm pretty sure she was a wild cat my family found at some point.
Was it a tiger?
Uh, like in Germany, you sometimes still have wild cats, which look like house cats, but meaner and bigger.
Hmm.
And she was mean and big. I think I have some scars from her, and because of that beast, I was never able to become a cat person, sadly. But I love dogs.
Yeah, I'm also
Yeah.
allergic to cats, but just I wish I wasn't.
You
Also,
could get one of these Six cats. You make it
yeah,
black.
yeah,
I love these actually.
yeah.
What? You like cats?
No, these naked ones,
Six cats.
the furless
Oh, okay.
cats.
Well,
Did you?
if you want one with fur, I know where you can get them.
Did you guys know? I recently learned this when cats started living with humans and why. It was exactly the same time when humans started agriculture.
Mice, rodents.
Keep
Oh,
pests away.
yeah.
Yeah, because humans would stack up seeds, and seeds would bring in birds, and
Right.
cats love to just kill birds and play with their corpses. So that's the reason.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, it's havoc. Yeah.
Yeah.
If you have cats and if you have a garden, I mean, it's amazing how often they bring stuff home. Also, I told so we have like this one neighbor, and she's working for this organization, for this environment organization. So she knows a lot about wildlife. And I told her that when I was gone for a week, when we were in San Francisco, actually, for the GDC, my wife got like on a daily basis, like mice, bats, and all sorts of snakes and stuff like that from the cats. They delivered at her doorstep. And she was like, "It's crazy. I get so much." And then I was like, "Yeah, but you have to kind of pat them on the back and go like, yeah, you did well." And so because it's a gift. And so I was telling this my neighbor, and she was like, "Yeah, it's a gift." And also, she sees you then also as inferior because they don't observe you hunting anything down. So they try to feed you. And I was like, "Oh, that just picked up when I left." So my wife they were like, the cats were like, "Oh my God, he's gone. So let's feed her, before she starves."
Yeah.
And my wife didn't find it funny. I find it hilarious, actually.
Yeah, I don't know much about cats, but it's so fascinating that they have like their own agenda and like are like calculating Catching on
Definition.
enemies. They're just whereas dogs are just they just love you unconditionally and
Absolutely.
will protect
The
you.
thing is, cats have no concept of different species. They just think, okay, you are also a cat, but also incredibly incapable, so you're pretty dumb or young, so they try to feed you. Dogs have a concept of different species, they just don't care.
They don't
And
care.
that's why, because
Why is
dogs
that
can
true?
become friends with anything.
There's this comic strip, and then where you see like a man opening a can of food, and then there's like the dog, and he's looking at the man and going like, "Oh my God, he's feeding me! He's feeding me! He's God!" And the cat lays there and goes like, "He's feeding me! I'm God!" And that actually, that picture
Pretty
is
much, actually.
viral. Yeah, yeah.
I also recently saw a statistic about the most dangerous animal here in Berlin, Germany. In Berlin and Brandenburg, in the wider Berlin area. You
The
you guys want to
Killerwelts.
take a guess?
The Killerwelts.
No. No.
Schlachtensee.
The killer catfish from the Schlachtensee. Yeah.
Yeah.
There's actually an episode from this fishing show where this guy who usually travels like to the Amazon and catches these huge like fish.
Mhm.
There's one episode where he goes to Berlin to the Schlachtensee Lake.
Really? It
Yeah,
tries to hunt it down.
yeah. I know. So the most dangerous animal is the Labrador dog. Uh, over 100 attacks on humans. And wolves, not a single one.
Oh,
There's
really?
not a there's not a single documented case of a wolf attacking a human, and by now Brandenburg is like full of wolves.
Wolves, yeah, they do,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah. They're actually killing sheeps around here where I live.
Yeah, and interestingly, like Labrador dogs are even more dangerous than like let's say a pit bull or a German dogger. I don't know what word.
Shepherd?
Yeah. Shepherds are also pretty dangerous. But I think like what's the word for Mischling? Mixed breed,
Mixed race, yeah,
mixed
yeah.
race Labradors are like ticking time bombs to a certain extent.
Right.
Yeah.
So like the family dog for a while, and then they
Yeah, it's always the same. He was such a nice. I mean, before they like start biting, of course everyone thinks they're a nice dog, but then he was
yeah.
so nice all the time. It,
Then he snapped, yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
because my mom she has a dog and I have two small kids and it's always when they grab for stuff when the dog
Hmm.
is eating when they're interfering. I always have to watch them because just in a
Mhm.
minute if they just take away a ball from them they will just
Yeah,
and so
yeah.
I'm kind of triggered
That's
by that.
that's crazy. I did not know that at all.
Oh,
Most labs are like so sweet,
yeah.
Yeah, it's
incredibly
just
nice.
really like special situations like
Mm.
seconds when like small kids grab stuff from the dog. Let's say he has like a toy and they grab for it and they grab back. It's not there's no bad intent from the dog side. It's just
Sure.
yeah.
I had 21 years dog. For 21 years, I had dogs, and then I got one time a stray cat which adopted us, kind of. And from that point, I was a cat person. I was so clear. Yeah. I can't. I like dogs. I can handle dogs. I know a lot about dogs, but I don't want to have a dog anymore. No, I like
Yeah.
cats more.
I mean, it's so crazy how many people have dogs and cannot handle them well because
It's
Oh, yeah.
like what you were
crazy, yeah.
saying, Leon, when you have a dog, you have to be the dominant person, and if you're not, then that's a problem.
Yeah,
Uh,
yeah, yeah. I remember that my girlfriend, she had a dog, Mittelschnauzer. I don't know what the English term is for that. And she went um, to the dog school with him. And then the guys at the dog school were like, "Yeah, no, we're not going to teach the dog. We're gonna teach you." And she was like, "Oh, okay." And then, yeah, are we gonna teach you how to handle the dog? And
oh,
because I mean, we're not going to train your dog. You are the one who's training your dog. And she picked up so much. And actually, I got a lot of stuff taught by her then. And one time she broke her arm. So she had her arm in a casket, and that was like when the dog stopped listening to her, and you tried to overthrow her while she was taking a walk with him, like really coming from behind and trying to slam her to the ground. And she was like, "Are you? This is it?" I mean, he's only nice because she was showing him dominance for
Right.
so no loyalty with dogs
Yeah.
unless they see the a glimpse chance to overtake you.
Yeah. Like my mom, she hasn't trained her dog at all, but it's a small dog, so it doesn't really matter when he jumps at you and stuff. But if you have a big dog and he's not trained, he will tackle you. He will tackle you off the balcony or whatever. And you have,
Mhm.
yeah.
All right, okay. Well, but
Right.
we're making games today. Not dog games.
Not yet.
Not yet. There's actually one where I thought this is amazing. I mean, there's like two games which I thought they had like interesting premises. So one where you were a cat, the stray cat. The game Stray Cat.
Stray. Yeah.
Yeah, just
Yeah.
stray.
Stray
Yeah.
Cat. Yeah.
I played that. Yeah.
Yeah, great concept. My kids loved it. It was the first game I was able to play while they're watching. Other than that, it's pretty gory stuff I'm playing, and they were really into the story because also the story is
It's that
nice.
robot story, right?
Yeah,
With
it's a robot
robots.
story. Yeah, and then another game where you're actually a wolf. I haven't played it. Just looked at the art styles there. I was like the low poly or whatever, and I thought, well, that's kind of a missed opportunity, because with the with real nice graphics, you could really make interesting stuff like this. Kind of become the leader of a pack, and stuff like this. Being a wolf in a forest, and making your own territory. So even as a multiplayer game, that would be awesome. I think. Yeah. Yeah. Just thinking about it. Can we do
There's
this in
also
voxel graphics?
this crazy ape game on PlayStation where you run a tribe of evolving chimpanzees
Oh, really?
who eventually will turn into humans, and it's like the most brutal survival thing. And I watched my friend play it. He got obsessed with it. I forgot the name. But yeah,
Planet of the Apes? No.
No, I think it's called Ancestors.
Ancestors, right? Exactly.
Ancestors.
And you're in your compound, and then you have to make the decision: should I go out and hunt? And it's just brutal out there. So you get attacked by other animals.
Oh, it's not even on Steam. It's not even PlayStation only.
Ah, okay.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, that's really interesting. It's super hard, and when you die, you have to like start over from the like most primitive level, and then you evolve.
So it's a
Awesome.
roguelike.
Yeah, kind of.
Yeah, I remember this came out.
Yeah.
Mhm.
It has also this mechanic. It doesn't tell you what buttons to push and what to do. You have to figure out everything by your own. Like
Which is
everything. Like
awesome.
yeah.
Great idea. Great idea.
Just like our ancestors did,
Yeah.
We should do this for our factory simulator. It would be amazing, probably.
As a matter of fact, it is like that.
At the moment, it is
at the
like
moment.
this. Yeah, it's published by Private Division. Yeah, a little bit in hot water at the moment, right?
No clue. What about it?
Oh, that's from KSP or something, no?
Yes, they laid off. They actually not laid off, but closed down the studio doing Kerbal Space Program, which has a 75% discount sticker at the moment. Yeah, so I don't know. Corporate decision of Take-Two, I guess, to bring down. I mean, Intercept games. The story about Intercept games is shady at best. I mean, even the name Intercept Games. That was a company. What was the company during the KSP2 franchise? Who did that? And then so they were like contracted by Take-Two, and then they got taken away that contract, and then Private Division, which is a division of Take-Two, they took most of the employees from that company. They kind of poached them and created a company which is called Intercept Games. I mean, even the name, And so these people working at this company, working on KSP2 then, so they gave the contract into this company they just created. And after the release now, I think 2 years after the release, they just closed down the studio. Well, which is crazy, just crazy. Actually, KSP has this current sticker on it, not KSP2. Yeah. Weird story. Really weird story. Anyway, we're here for our own game, and we have a sprint planning to do today. And therefore, I would say let's jump into the Peter board and see what we can do. And before we do that, shout out to Hamilcar and Goo for joining us again.
Bamboo.
Yeah, Wu also first time listener, watcher, whatever.
Alrighty, good. Okay, looking at the product roadmap, follow the purple arrow. So combat and landing pads. I would say we should have emphasis on landing pads because I'm super nervous when it comes to this, because it's like the last part to kind of make the closest gap for the game economy which we have. So for everybody else watching, what is landing pads? That's the system where you do the trading, and it's a vital part of the economy, which is here. So that thing here, how the game works. That's where you get your people from. That's where you get most of the weapons from. That's where you send your mining quota off. That's where you sell the stuff you're producing as a factory. So it's pretty vital to have this. And this is how it works. There's another story which we do in another sprint where we do the trading part. But for the game itself, it looks like this. So we have like this structure, which looks like this here. So it's kind of the part where stuff goes in with a conveyor belt and where stuff gets stored. So where the colonists go in and take stuff out and schlep it to the stockpile, wherever you want it. And then you have like this landing area. And the fun part on this landing area is that that you have a part where you either reinforce with concrete, for example, or you can just use grassland, but then you have to have the situation where ships land, they destroy this landing pad, and then when they land and when they take off even more. So you basically want to reinforce this here, right? And not only with wood, but like with concrete or with steel or even. And you can expand this landing pad, and as bigger this landing pad gets, the bigger the ships can land, which you can find here. So they have like we have like these different types of ships. You have like, for example, like the one Magpie style ship. This is the one which you know from all the art which we have, etc. And so on. The one which lands when we play the game for the first time, Emma. So every time when we show the stream with it, it is lands on the normal landing pad, which you get like as a default size, and yeah, there's a chance how it can destroy your landing zone, etc. and so on, and this takes off your lucrum usually, yeah. And then you have like the bigger ship, which needs twice the size, or actually 4 times the size of a regular landing pad, and it can of course take in more. Also, the loading of this lucrum takes also up time, and you want to speed up that process. The bigger these quotas get. And then you have like different ships like exotic good traders which come in, and you can trade certain items with them you might missing in your stockpile. You can pay them with lucrum or whatever. So you can do real trading with them, and they have also bigger ships. And then there's like the other company, which is mining the universe, and they also take up lucrum, and they can give you other stuff like sorts of machines which you need. Kind of a cheat code, but also it's not really well seen that you do trading with them. And then there's pirates, which we're not going to tackle before the early access release, I guess. But they also have like ships, and you can also do trading with them, obviously. And all of them, they have like a mini chance that somebody else is walking out of the door and trying to attack you. Also, landing pads can be used to invade you. And yeah, the cool thing about these landing pads is, so they get like these numbers on top of it. So when you build one, that's for example like A, and the next one is B, and so on. And while you're doing your events, the quests, trading, etc., and so on, you select these with the number with the letter these landing zones are attached to. So you always know where these ships will land, and then they get occupied while the ship is landing there. And if you have played a game, Francisco was like referring to this, which is called High Fleet,
Yeah.
where like this landing thing is like a little mini game. But I like how these ships come down when they land. It looks like this here. It's pure havoc, absolute chaos, and that's something which we want to reproduce in our game as well. When they come down, that there's smoke, fire, debris flying, and basically when you're watching a starship, of SpaceX land on, yeah, on the ground, it's always it looks like this here. Every debris is flying away. Yeah, super excited about this. Yeah, not for this 2 weeks is the trading thing. So I think, and Tony, I want to hear your opinion on that. Is so making this thing placeable, having this letter thing get figured out, and then have like this part here working, so that you can see like these indicators, how big the landing area is, and maybe even have it like as a kind of blueprinty style thing to see, right? And then hopefully also in this story is the version where you can hit these plus buttons, and also get information if you can extend it or not. Because this one is, for example, not terraform this area, or there's stuff in the way.
Yeah.
Quick question: are you like constantly feeding that loading dock?
Yeah.
Even before the ship lands. So are you
Yeah.
like you essentially stocking all the time resources into that thing so that when the ship lands, it can immediately take away all that stuff?
Yeah. 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 You want to have. I mean, the ship is landing there, and for some time. So, 3 things. Okay. So first of all, yes. Secondly, there will be times where the ship lands, stays there, and it will have a time where it stays there and stuff can still go in and goes directly into the ship. Okay. So if you have like kind of some time constraints because your quota is not fulfilled, you still have time to load it up. Okay. And then to the second when it takes off, it stops. Okay. And then you have a chance to actually fulfill it. Even the thing is on the landing pad already. Yeah. Time is ticking till takeoff, not the time when it lands.
So should this be the like centerpiece of all your Lucrum assembly lines, essentially?
Possibly.
All conveyor belts eventually lead to that loading dock?
No, only the dock. Yeah. We have like this other story where we have like this this new hauling system where you can have like everyone do chores and haul stuff to other stockpiles, and also like to the landing pad. So if you have like a trade which only, I don't know, if you have like 100 copper pipes or something which you're selling, then you would not add a conveyor belt to this. You would just say, okay, order me 100 copper pipes into this, and then somebody would bring it there. Maybe even this thing lands, and everybody's like, okay, well, there's an order, bring this thing in. Okay, that's second. Third thing is this thing probably gets too small anyway for bigger ships. So there will be ships landing, and you have to have like a some stockpiles attached to it, so to feed it faster, because one conveyor belt will not do it to feed it in time for these bigger ships. So you will have to figure out as a player how to make this thing here not a bottleneck. Okay, you're not going to rely only on these. So you either have like a long conveyor belt going around with all the stuff we wanna feed, or a stockpile with many feeders on it, etc., and so on. Because if the bigger ship like this one here is landing and asking for 10,000 lucrum, how do you load this up fast? Not by storing 500 in here. What is the limit? It is like a stockpile with a limit to it. Somewhere I've written it down. Well, it should have like a limit. I say 500. I think somewhere I have it written down.
Yeah. So it's essentially just a storage.
Yeah.
Like the original storages.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Will you
They're
be
better.
able to also feed it from, like, let's say you put 4 additional conveyor belts to each side of the landing pad to kind of feed it in real time? It could maybe be like almost like a mini game where, well, the ship's only here for 2 hours, and you have to like load it up within time, or otherwise it will just take off again, and you.
Yeah, that's what I said. Yeah,
Okay.
it's gonna be, that's like the third thing. The thing is, it sits on the landing pad. It loads up, everything is in there like super fast, and then you have like your conveyor belt attached to it, and then this conveyor belt starts moving. Because there's stuff going in into the loading port again, and probably you can have like more stockpiles next to it with feeders connected to it and just feeding it, to make sure that the thing is getting stuffed, basically. Okay.
What did we decide about taking stuff out of the the landing zone?
Yeah, we talked about this. We were like, okay, what about if we add another conveyor belt onto the other side so that stuff can get out? And we were like, okay, how much you get usually? So you get personal. So these people, they walk off the landing pad usually. From the ship, they walk out. Not saying that there should be a door or something, but to just appear and walk off, and the amount of other stuff you get, like weapons and so on, I think that's easy. I mean, that can end up in here, right? But then gets taken from the crew to another stockpile, or stays there until you decide what to do with it. Or it appears around it. We could also just drop it, That's also something on the ground. Because the amount of stuff you get is not so big usually. It's only a small amount. I think that makes sense. What do you think, Tony? Just have it drop around it so they land, and then I don't know, stack it up on one tile or something.
Yeah, I think that's totally fine.
Yeah, and then you have like and then they are up for holding orders. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Once they're there and we can stick them on, yeah, exactly, like a haul order, then it's done.
Yeah, the deliveries are just placed on the tile of the landing zone. Yeah. Okay. Here. Okay. Yeah. Maybe to clarify, so this thing can also be on rooftops of buildings. That's also possible, right? So or on floating structures, basically. If you can afford it as a player to make that, then that's completely in the realm of possibility. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, that would be also cool. That, I don't know, if some of the crews, they walk out and then bring some disease in or something. Or just stand around, take a smoke before they leave, before they lift off again.
Yeah.
Bringing in space cholera.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Or little aliens. Okay. Questions to this?
So far, no. Yeah, we'll probably get to it with the trading. I don't really know. Yeah, where this will be, or if we have like some of these things already like figured out. Like what a trade, UI thing looks like, what accepting it looks like,
Yeah.
what yeah, basically the whole piece of them actually doing something and saying we're gonna stop by and we want some amount of stuff.
Right. So that should be done via this event system, which you already have. So where you have like this accept, and so you get stuff offered, yeah, and we should start with that, yeah. So that, for example, like you have the lucrum quota, that's the one which you can't deny. Just comes in, and then there will be other things like, okay, well, if you like the quest in RimWorld, for example, like, so if you trade me this, you get this, and you can either say yes, I do this, or I don't do this, yeah. And maybe that's something which we can also do in this story, like having 1 or 2 or 3 static events where you can either accept them or deny them, and then the thing is going to land somewhere. And also this event system, we have to have a combo box where I can decide on which landing port the thing is going to dock. Yeah, if I have more than one, because sometimes I have like one which is occupied, which I might only want to use for Lucrum, and then another one I can use for other stuff. So if a player is really into trading, they can kind of build a spaceport around this here. Yeah. You can kind of gap all the stuff which you lack in your factory with this trading thing. It's expensive, but you can do this. Yeah.
But it's just kind of random.
No, not random. You should really select it from a drop-down box in the event system.
No, but like the trades that they give you are sort of random.
Yeah, they're randomized. Yeah.
Okay, so
they're part of this quest thing here already.
Yeah.
So there's some for the tutorial, yeah, where they ask for items which you have to send off, and then there's like the normal progression one where you have like these lucrum quotas.
Yeah.
And then there are some random ones which I have to make. We don't have them yet. Where that's also a balancing thing, right? Where they offer you something. It would be nice to just have the system where we kind of randomly select them.
Sure.
And maybe, yeah, let's make them completely random so that you even get some shown which are completely not in your power to fulfill. Yeah, and you go like, yeah, I can't deliver 25,000 lucrum here for 25 more people. Yeah, because first of all, you can't accommodate them, and then secondly, you can't sell this price. Yeah, but over time, you will find something which you can jump on. Yeah, and then we can figure out balancing wise later in the game how we do this with the selecting of these trades.
Yeah.
Okay, we have a lot of questions in the chat, by the way. Oh, really? You know this guy, Goo? Hammer fight. Hold on. Do I know this game?
Oh yeah, this is pretty old. Pretty cool.
You know this one?
The game itself?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think this was even like a Flash game a while ago.
Ah.
It's like a physics game.
Hmm.
Like you swing around and you have like a weapon. Pretty
Oh,
fun.
okay. That's one of these games where you kind of destroy your mouse after some time. Yeah. Yes. Yeah, Banished. I don't know. I played some games in Banished, and always these ports I was building, they were on these rivers, and the rivers were too small for any ships to go through. I don't know. That was like a bug. Mm. Mm-hmm. Yeah, Stationeers. Good one. Oh, whole private division is going to go away. Interesting. Didn't know that. Huh. Okay. Well, it's tough times now. Okay. Where do we start, Tony? What do you think? What can we get into this 2 weeks? How much time do we have, by the way? Is there anybody going on vacation or something? This Tuesday? No,
Not
today's
this
not
2
Tuesday.
weeks, but no. Oh, wait, actually, this includes. Yeah, this Monday and Tuesday I'll be off. Like during the entire week. It's the week I go to Macau.
Yeah. All right,
Okay,
fingers
I think
crossed.
Nice. Okay, so so I guess it depends on how much combat is
Still in this one here?
also coming in, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, looking at the last sprint. So, there were so one-time upgrade tiers are non-bulletproof for the body armor. So armor is one thing. Big heads, I could say, okay, big heads is something which you can do later, way later.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Well, the healing aspect is kind of important, I think.
It's not important until there's enemies, though.
That's true. We could cheat also by saying, hey, well, they heal themselves over time.
Yeah,
For
yeah, and there's
for
already
now.
stuff for that, actually.
I agree that healing is something that we should move back.
Move back, healing. Okay.
Yeah, and we already have a thing for healing over time.
Oh, we do.
Mm-hmm.
It's done. Perfect.
Yeah, it's passive
I
healing.
even think there should be. I mean, could be a version where there's no healing. So your colonists just get killed, and that's it. Bad luck, I guess. You have to next time, prepare better.
As a game mode, I think.
Yeah, not as a game mode, but perhaps like as a default mode. This is a brutal planet. There's no healing. There's no second chances. You just you get killed, and that's it. You only have you have like two colonists then left, and you better like up your automation game. Not so much hauling anymore.
So we just have the roguelike.
I like the option to save people. Yeah, I wanna.
Yeah, we need some form of like more active healing.
Because there's always a ship around the corner like sending you more troops. More.
Now you know after
the
landing, there's a landing zone.
Yeah.
Yeah, which is fine if everybody is exactly the same, right? Like if you don't care who is in your colony.
Well,
then sure.
You can care if who's in your colony, but then you better take care of them, And if you don't take good care of them, they will probably die.
Yeah. I mean, I remember vividly how I with Fiban, how does it in English work? I don't know. Like in
Cheered.
was it cheered? Yeah, no, cheered is a wrong word for that, but was kind of attached to the situation that one of my most beloved pioneers fell ill, and then I want to have them back on their feet again, and when you go like, he dies instantly. Oh, he gets a flu, dead. Yeah, he's a Walking Dead guy. No, no, he should be able to heal. Yeah.
Mhm.
Okay. Good. Yeah. Let's look at. We have like roadmaps everywhere here. So we have like this stuff here, right?
Yep.
Yeah. Maybe adding music, physics by restoration, tube. Okay. Well, just going back. Are we fine with fuel? By the way, is this something where we can put a hook on it?
Just about, yeah. So I'm going through kind of got out of the fuel stuff. So there were some problems with the UI things, right, that I talked about, and just while fixing all these things, yeah, in the end it basically made more sense just to actually do the fix on the detail views.
Mhm.
Yeah, so I'm basically coming to the end of that, and so I split out a lot of the elements, so like all the pieces of the panels, they're all separate now. The buttons, and so the game the UI might look a little different, like the buttons, everything, because previously, not everything was at the correct pixel density, and now we do have like like actual, somewhat pixel perfect things, and so the lines won't be kind of like interpolated together. And so yeah, so that's pretty cool. Yeah, so I'm coming to the end of this, and then
Alright.
we'll be done.
All right, cool. What else for combat? Can we make here some footsteps in blood? Yeah, get this one done. Oops. We haven't shown this.
Yes.
We haven't shown this. This is something which I want to show on stream now. But can you fire
Sure.
this up? Yeah.
Yeah.
In the meantime, we're looking at healing them visually generated. Yeah. Well, can I get
Okay.
incapacitated and healed over time? Well, this is in, right? When they get incapacitated, do they get back out of this state at some point? Like when they have the stars over their head, this thing?
As
I'm
of
not
right
sure.
now, no.
Okay. Then all right, and that's back here. Okay. Blood spills when they bleed out. Do we have this? Is that what we have?
Yeah, there's not really the concept of bleeding out, but when they get shot, they also drop blood on the floor.
Okay.
And that's the one they
clear.
can be stepped on.
That's the blood on
Yeah.
other surfaces. Okay.
Yeah.
Scuff voxels for bullet holes. We have this one too.
Yep.
Well, this
That's
is
right.
satisfying doing this all the Series on
Great.
big heads? No. Vehicles for gunshots, impacts, blood splattering. Yes, we have this. This one is in there too. It is making blood splattering, right? When you hit them.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Yeah. Chase targets if they get out of range. We do this.
Mhm.
Yeah, this hit animation is missing.
Yeah, animation stuff. Yeah.
Ducking while getting shot at, being suppressed. I mean, they're suppressing fire. That thing is in there. They get
The
slower.
suppression. There's a pull request for, yeah.
Yeah.
They
they
don't
stop aiming
stop
too.
aiming. They aim slower.
Yeah.
Which I don't know, could be.
No, it makes more sense.
Okay.
Actually, makes more sense. It's perfect. It's great. Yeah. Okay. Well, that was satisfying. Yeah. Yeah, and the stances we haven't implemented. We have them, but we haven't implemented them, right?
The stances, I think we have perhaps, one of them.
In game, or you mean as an animation?
No, but for like the crouching, I think Leon already did that. Yeah, so basically once we crack, like the workflow,
that's the problem. Okay.
Yeah. Then all of a sudden we're going to be flooded with these new animations that Leon made.
Okay.
Yeah, so I have the blood stuff ready to show.
Please put it on the stream.
Yeah. If it's ready. So we have this shooting range over here. And yeah, so this happens. We have this like they drop some blood on the floor, and then if they step on it, it starts to spread it on the by footsteps. Yeah, the decals disappear after a while, and also the spreading also stops for a while. Yeah, surely this needs a lot of tweaking, like how quickly they fade away, and also how quickly he stops spreading it.
Right.
Yeah, but it's also in place, and we can also use it for other stuff like for mods. Yeah, I'll let this guy to start it. Okay. Yeah, it also can happen like I wonder if this guy's gonna get killed instantly, but they can step on their own blood as well. Yeah, actually
cool.
happened here.
Yeah.
So he will also spread it himself.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, sorry, I made this a bit too small, but
Yeah. Cool. And you need this footstep decal, right? And then yeah, not so you can increase the time this decal stay around. It's not like we have to save a lot of memory here. Cool.
Yeah, that's awesome.
So how do we feel for that?
About what?
Combat
specifically? Yeah, the combat. So I think there's still like some small things, you know, like the animation stuff, the yeah, some small things like burst weapons have some weird behavior. With some of the new functionality, and this like shoot instead of kill. Yeah, so there's some small stuff we can do, for sure, before coming back to like the combat at large.
Yeah. Or enemies. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, yeah. Basically at this point, you know, like it is good enough to, or yeah, basically the landing pads I think are going to be the priority, right? The landing pads trading.
Absolutely.
That's kind of what I think.
Yeah. Okay. Then back to this question.
Yeah.
What can go into landing pad 4? I mean, we have not only here landing pads, but we also have like trading in the next 2 weeks.
Yep.
After that, let's just look at the bug reporting thing. That's like the Discord bot. That's the this REST API, and that's the interface in the game. And then we also can have a look at this Unity build thing, if that is better. But I don't think we can access this with the Discord bot. And then the stockpile UI 2.0, which is somewhere here. Where is it? Over here. The thing here. Revamping the UI from this to this. Based on the slots. Yeah.
Yep.
So
and so how far along? So for the bug reporting stuff, like, is the backend stuff going to be ready for when we like are doing the implementation of it?
Well, we have to start then today, I guess. So what can the Discord bot can post stuff in this bugs forum? That's working. We also have the bot already in the Discord server. And yeah, I mean, having only so that it's only the part where we do the UI for it. Yeah. No, then I have to start on this right now, I guess.
Yeah.
But I think that's like 3-4 days or something of my my time working on this. And then you should be able to play stuff through a REST API and into this database, and then it goes into the Discord bot. And it would be cool if it even goes back. So if we would kind of, I don't know, put a sticker on it and go like this closed, and the database knows about this too. And then we can have another part of the REST API where you can pull it. So as a player, with your game, and then have like this feedback thing. But it's actually, I don't know if we really need this. It is a cool thing, you know. So for everybody watching, so this is like, okay, we thought, okay, you did give us a bot as a as an example, you know, you send a bug report, and then it tells you when you load up the game again, it tells you, hey, you remember this bug? We actually fixed it, and then thank you. But this would be next level. I don't know.
Yeah. But yeah, I'm even maybe people that play like a lot of early access games and want to do like QA kind of stuff. Yeah, maybe they do have different feelings about that. But like the most I do is I'll read patch notes, right? And I really value good patch notes.
Yeah.
Over really anything else. Because what I hate is when I see a game, it has an update, I go and look to see what's updated, and there's like nothing. There's no notes. There's like who knows what's changed.
Yeah, like the major apps in the App Store. It was like, major bug fixing.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
What does it mean? Yeah, no idea. Yeah. Is that one bug which bothered me for a long time gone?
Mm-hmm.
Well, I have to figure it out myself, I guess. No.
Yeah.
It's true, yeah. Okay. Yeah, I would value this over maybe having like this individual thing, maybe even more, and giving the time constraints we already have. I don't know if we want to spend time on this.
Yeah.
I rather would like working on trading and the stockpile UI. Yeah.
Yeah.
But bug reporting goes in. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. No. Okay. Then that's another story. Yeah. Working on the Discord bot and the REST API for this sprint. For me. Yeah. It's not going to affect you. Landing pads. How much of it?
Yeah, so let's take a look again. Okay. Okay, so I guess we need like another placement shader. We need like a view mode for when you're looking. So actually, when do these like green and plus arrows pop up? Is that when you select this building over here? Is that what like triggers a landing zone here? Is you put this building down?
You put this building down, and this should also show you already how much space is going to occupy while you're trying to put it down.
Okay, so during placement, it's also showing you
this one.
Okay.
Here, yeah.
Without
the plus thing, but with this information here, no clear area. You know, if that thing is maybe it can light up. Okay, well, there is a tile which is not working because there's a tree on it, or there's something wrong. So you can't place it. You can't. Yeah, this thing is showing a shader. Yeah, which.
Okay, so. Yeah. So basically, we need like a larger or more in depth like placement validation kind of check for this to make sure the whole landing zone is valid as well.
Yeah.
Not just the building. Okay. Okay. Sure, that's fine. And then so once it's placed though, you get these 4 little things. Yeah.
Yeah, they pop up.
Okay, and then how do you access this green view, like with the green and the yellow?
Yeah, you click on the building.
Okay, so while you have it selected,
yeah,
you can view and change your landing.
Then you have
pad,
these things here. Yeah.
Your landing zone. Okay. Yeah. I mean, I think that's not too bad. So
and they cost you nothing, right? So
Yeah.
the cost would be the terraforming as soon as you have the terraforming by pioneers.
yeah. So
It's also.
Mhm.
I was gonna say it should also have a minus here to reduce it.
No, there is no reduction planned. If it is that big, then I mean you have to destroy it and then rebuild it again.
Okay. I mean, I think it's fine because there's, I guess, no really a point
There's
to reduce
there's
it.
no point to make it smaller now.
Unless, I mean, well, if you want to build something here.
Well, then you will destroy the thing and do it again. And no,
Okay.
no,
Yeah.
no.
Okay. And so also I guess we have to figure out what the like when you click on this, what do you see in the detail view? What does the detail view for this look like?
Yeah,
I'm
we
guessing
need-
you need to see
We need a detail view, yeah.
the
Stockpile
storage.
UI kind of thing. Yeah. Yeah. How do we do this? I mean, stockpile UI is okay. Can you wait for this detail view thing before? So like have like a I don't know placeholder or something, and then we tackle it again with the stockpile UI 2.0 because it's going to be pretty similar to that one.
Yeah.
Yeah. Or you want to use this one here already and implement it.
Yeah, I mean, as long as there's all the assets, yeah, like this looks like it's mostly
This
there,
one.
right?
Let me check the Google Drive.
Yeah, basically all we need is just the button assets, and these look simple enough that we could just remake them. I mean, it's just like 2 colors, so
But the landing pad will also work in this way, like slot.
yeah, I think it's just storage, right? So
It's storage.
basically, yeah. So it's just gonna have like a number of storage slots. Yeah, it's literally
so
gonna be the same.
But there's a limit how many different types of items then.
Yeah, it works a little bit different than the usual stockpile, right? So you don't have these slots.
So I almost feel like
actually-
the old detail view
Yeah.
would work for the landing pad.
The old stockpile, you mean?
It would be more appropriate because it's like everything is mixed together. You don't care about slots.
Yeah, but with the new view, you mean with the new UI?
Yeah, still improved.
Yeah.
Could also be like, basically okay, I cannot edit this, but just show one slot always, and if you select an item, it shows the next one, and just like that, pretty much infinitely. And you can give control. Like you can basically order pioneers to do stuff based on this.
Yeah.
So like you press a new one, set some order to some amount you want.
I mean, what stops us to say, okay, well the landing zone this landing port has 4 slots, for example, like same behavior
Sure,
as the new
can be.
stockpile. Yeah.
Sure. Yeah, we can kind of see like if it's too little or
Yeah.
switch.
I rather would not like to implement or have like 2 different versions on how a stockpile works.
Yeah.
What is your opinion, Tony?
Well, like the stockpile. Yeah, we don't need to like use the stockpile. We already have like a storage, and it is like the most basic, like simple version of you have an ID and a number. There's no stacking. It's just like you increment. Yeah. So yeah, it doesn't much matter. I definitely don't think we need any sort of complicated logic. I think it's just whether or not we have infinite sizing within this thing, or if we have a set number of like a maximum number of slots.
Yeah, I would say I would go with the same behavior as a new stockpile. Yeah, so you have slots and they have a maximum amount, and then you have to find your way around it.
Sure.
Yeah.
So about how many do you think? 8, 6, 4?
Well, we have 8 here. There's no real reason. It could be a big one, yeah. I mean, make it. Let's make 12, like here in the
12?
12, yeah.
Mm.
Yeah, with 150 as a total capacity. No, actually 50. It's 50, right? Per slot. Yeah.
I
Because
don't
in
know.
the stack, yeah, no, it's 50.
It can be any value.
Yeah.
Like it's based on the
Yeah.
prototype.
Yeah. Yeah, make 50. And then 12 of these. Yeah. It's
Okay,
better
so
to take-
50 max. Yeah, so it's basically the minimum between max stack size and landing pad stack size.
Okay.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay. Let's see. Where's this thing here?
I see already that this sprint and the next one's gonna merge a little bit. Yeah.
I'll have to excuse myself. I'll be back in a minute.
Yep.
Mm. Yeah, which I think that's fine. I mean, yeah, I think that yeah, there's no reason to keep it like too rigid. If things are connected. Okay. Yeah, so detail view. And we'll do 50 max size. And 12 slot storage. Yeah, and then we'll also need just a prototype. So landing pad prototype. Okay. And do you need any kind of well, like I said, it doesn't matter. Okay, so then we have this lettering thing.
Yeah.
Which I guess we can just use a texture actually. Should be pretty simple to do unless we want it to Yeah, it
I mean, it's we could have like even make it for everyone, you know, for each of them. I mean, you can even color them, you know, just like there's an A, there's a B, there's a C, whatever, and then we just use it as asset. When A is already used, B is already used, so on, you know.
Yeah, that would probably make more sense.
Because it's limited to 26 anyway, right? So
Yeah,
till
yeah.
Z, and then we could even make it less than. We can say, okay, 6 is the maximum, you know, because
Sure.
because then there's no space left on the map to make any more.
Is this understood in like various countries?
These letters?
I guess so. Yeah, like just.
Let's ask.
I guess so,
Francisco.
right?
I mean, Francisco, do they use Latin letters in Taiwan?
For something like this.
I mean,
I
like,
don't
how's it,
think so.
how's it on airports? They have gates and stuff like
Yeah,
that.
sure, but that's a very like for an international thing. Yeah. Okay.
Should be all right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Should be fun.
Okay, cool.
You can also maybe perhaps use numbers. They're even more universal.
Yeah.
I guess.
Numbers will be a bit more universal.
Yeah. Well, with that, I think we have a lot of numbers already. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So then, I guess what? Then on placement, determine what landing pad count? I guess for letter. asset. Okay. Very good. And okay, we need some light indicator system, I guess, which so we'll need actually another shader, so a light.
I mean, can we do this emissive lights? These will be voxels, right? So.
Yeah.
Or do you want to have them send out light too?
Well, they could actually. Yeah, they could do that. Yeah, we could just set up.
Yeah, it would be nice, I guess.
Some point lights here and have them kind of blink. Okay, so landing pad light shader. Point lights. Yeah, so these two things would basically be linked together. Light. Shader. Yeah, and so available working occupied landing expected. Okay, so we're really just using. Okay, no, we use all of them. Okay, so this is just the basics of actually placing a landing pad, having a landing pad, and I guess also, right, we need increase landing pad size. Yeah, and I don't really know what these buttons are gonna be. I guess they'll be world space buttons. I don't know if that's a thing. And
we never had something like this, did we?
No, never.
Well, is there maybe a better solution instead of these? Introducing these? And
I don't know. Yeah, well,
I mean, I like them. I mean, they're pretty clear what they do, I guess.
Yeah, and I don't think there's a problem with having the buttons.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. But thinking of it, I mean, it would be nice to use them maybe for other stuff too.
Yeah, that's true. And okay, so that is just the landing pads, right? And then we need like a landing system. This will be. I'm gonna make this another color now. Kind of moved on from the landing pads. Right. We will need something so that like a ship, I don't know, manager or something, that'll basically figure out what size a ship is and where it can fit. Yeah, because I guess we'll need this information for the quests as well. Yeah, and so with that, I guess we'll need more ship assets as well. Actually, let's finish box assets. Okay, and then yeah. So I'm not really sure what to call this. Yeah, but basically we just need some information and to say that this landing pad is now taken and the ship's coming in, and then the ship actually landing and dropping off its stuff. Pi space land take stuff and drop off stuff. So what happens if they land and there's not enough stuff? Do they still take things and just leave?
They still take things. Hold on. So landing. The landing of a ship is introduced by an event message that the ship has entered the atmosphere of Aurora and heading towards the colony. The lights of the landing zone start to blink orange. A couple of seconds before landing, a siren, keep clear of landing zone. So you sounds. Game gets a bright new light source, which are the engines of the ship. The sky turns orange and shadows run under the ground. Ship enters with a roaring hover slam onto the landing zone. Whatever is on the landing zone at this point gets crushed. The ship takes damage. It might crash and might explode. It's utter chaos. If the landing zone is not fortified, fires might start. Blast terrain has to change to get squashed and deactivate the landing port. Probably ahead of the time about the size of the ship. Enemy size are cool. Okay. Clear flights in takeoff. Lights are not blinking anymore, but shine continuously. Clearing flight is done via the loading port. Loading takes twice the time as a normal conveyor belt takes for moving items from one side of a tile to another. As soon as a full expected cargo is loaded, the promised payment is unloaded and the weapons, machinery, personnel. If the expected cargo is not delivered in full after 8 hours, ship takes off with no payment and the partially loaded cargo. Event is triggered, which describes what happened. Ship takes off. Let's go back to solid green. If the landing zone is not fortified, there might be some terraforming which deactivates the landing zone. Yeah.
During the takeoff. Okay.
Both, yeah. Takeoff and landing can destroy the landing zone. Yeah.
And
we do not have to use this terraforming thing which you did, Francisco.
Okay.
But just I mean, make craters into the ground, right?
Yeah, I was kind of thinking like just having even. Okay, the thing I was doing was kind of like trying to be a bit too realistic, like actually pushing the terrain and figure out where the voxels go to. But we could at least have, just check where the jets of the spaceship are, and check the material below them. And if it's ground, it's gonna destroy it. If it's a floor of something resistant, it won't destroy it.
Yeah, it is. There's the I mean, it's making damage basically, right? And if a tile breaks, then the landing zone is deactivated. Okay, so if there's like a dent in the landing zone, then it gets deactivated, and then you have a problem, and then you have to fix it fast. Yeah, and if you do not fortify it, it's just a piece of grassland. Yeah, where these ships have to land. There, it 100% it will take damage, and maybe even start a fire, and then you have like grass on fire.
Okay.
Yeah.
What if you build like a roof over your landing pad?
Well, then it slams into it. No. Oh, a roof. Oh, okay.
Yeah, something in the between.
Yeah.
So
maybe you should deactivate it then too. The landing zone is
Yeah.
deactivated, and now that should be maybe the easiest part.
Yeah. I mean, you could. Okay, yeah. This can even happen while it's coming down. Something can be built in the middle, but I guess they just abort the landing. Unless the players really try to make them crash. Also, if the ship crashes, I guess the player has to pay something, right? Or is the penalty of failing the shipment enough?
I mean,
what was the question?
No.
Sorry, can you say it again?
Like, there's the chance that the ship can crash, right? If the landing zone is not
there's well, it would not land if it's not safe. Yeah, so it would actually cancel the approach, and then
yeah, but we do have like something somewhere. Like there's a chance that the ship.
Yeah, if landing is not fortified, fires might start from the blast. Terrain has a chance to get squashed and direct to landing port. Yeah. Yeah, and if there's something on the landing zone, I don't know, like people, or I mean, later we have like machinery, etc. They might collide with each other, and then there's a chance that it gets destroyed, the ship. But I don't know if we have to take care of this yet.
Yeah. Sure.
Yeah. I wouldn't think so. Yeah, like having having this thing like dynamically hit into stuff and kind of like get destroyed is probably not where we'll get to for sure. Not in this first iteration.
Right.
Okay, so they take all the stuff and so the loading, is there like an animation or does it just kind of happen over time? It just like siphons.
Yeah, I would say it siphons the stuff out of the landing port, and if you have a conveyor belt connected to it, and there's still stuff waiting to get into the conveyor belt, you see that it is moving in. Yeah. But other than that, it's opaque. That stuff happens.
Okay, start siphoning items from there.
Do we not have even this radar thing here, Leon? This radar thing, is it moving?
It could move. Actually, it's not implemented into the game, but it's a separate object that I could animate.
Okay, cool.
Okay, so then after 8 in-game hours, maybe this is even something that like the hour, the time for a delivery or trade, that's definitely something that could be dynamic and like
yeah, that's up for balancing, I guess.
Yeah, not even just balancing, but like for like a challenge or like
oh yeah,
excitement levels or something, right?
Yeah, you mean like we are this could be also dynamic.
Are we adding a timer?
Yes, the event tells you. I mean, you have on the left top corner. It should tell you. I mean, we have like these time critical events, if you remember, in the UI.
Yeah, I mean, is there going to be a visible countdown displayed?
Best case, yeah. Where's the UI again, by the way? Can't find it. Is it here? Yeah, here. That thing here, if you follow my cursor. So this thing is, I mean, we have like these events popping up, yeah, and then you have like this chance to see what's going on right at the corner of your screen, and then you can click on it, and then you come to the event modal, right? And if they're not time critical, they disappear. But if they're time critical, they stick. Yeah.
With like clock ticking down.
Yeah, it would be nice if that would update once every second.
Yeah, and also like, what about the landing pad detail view? Like should that display some information about
that's a good idea
about what's needed? Because we have all the information about the trade that is like active at landing port A, right?
Yeah, it's a great idea.
Yeah, so we could keep it both places, I guess.
Yeah. So it tells you, maybe it tells you. So first of all, which ship is coming in? You know, something like this. Expected ship, when it's coming, and what it takes. Yeah. Even maybe expect maybe that stuff changes here. That is a cool idea. What if it tells you in here what is expected to take? You know,
why not in the space below? Like if you have a space for the ship there, maybe on the right side of it.
Yeah, well,
unless we put something else there.
Yeah, I think there's a chance to put this somewhere here. Yeah, let me get my head around it for a second. Either an extra thing here where it tells you, okay, well, this is expected to load. This is what inside, and then a third thing is this is what it delivers. Right? And I'm wondering, so instead of this thing here, can maybe have it like here, and then the spaceship thing is like this thing here, what we have usually. Oops, no, this thing, this avatar thing.
Yeah. Sure.
Yeah. And the rest is down below here, something like this, And it tells you, okay, well, this is landing port A, and ship name, whatever, captain names, whatever, arriving in 8 hours. And then estimated time for departure is in 16 hours.
Yeah.
And then more information would be, so first of all, ship name. I hope we're not making this too complicated here already. Ship name. Expected pickup. And then payment, basically. And then, so you have like 3 things. What is inside at the moment, what it is expecting to pick up, and then it tells you also what the payment will be. Yeah, I'm wondering if we can incorporate this into one thing. No, probably not. Most likely too complicated otherwise. Yeah, and then we need another version where this is not here, and this one is not. Or we put this in here. I don't know. Okay, let me get my head around and then come back with a concept for that. But I like that idea. I love that idea. Yeah. Good. Yeah, take off. Okay.
Okay, then yeah, I guess just moving right along. Yes, we have that. I think there's probably more stuff to do here with the landing. But yeah, they basically just come. They land. Oh yeah, we should probably delete command on the loading port. Okay, so we also need some like logic for. We need like a landing pad. Like another kind of sensor system to deactivate it. And also landing pad deletion, which I guess should cancel any active trades that you have. Deletion. Yep.
Wait, but I guess we do have to be careful. Like the player might be trying to, like if it's already a partial load on a ship, the player tries to delete it.
Okay.
Yeah, everything, it should still be lost.
I mean, if it's a partial load, then yeah, it's his problem. If they
just take off.
it's takeoffs, and then the trade is is not happening. Yeah,
Yep.
Payment is due after loading completely.
Okay.
They can't scam the the traders now.
Yeah. Okay, what else? Yeah, so then after that, Francisco, is there anything else that you can think of to add to either of these so far?
I don't think so.
Are they 8-hour small tasks?
No, not yet.
No, not yet. Okay.
No.
That's for the sprint building too. Okay.
Okay, and then we'll do another one, which is actually the trading piece of it.
Yeah,
That'll be the next piece.
that's then for next sprint actually, but we can do it now if you like.
Ah, okay.
Yeah, I thought already this is too big for one sprint.
Yeah. Okay, so then, well, so the problem is we'll at least need some kind of like spoofed something to have them come down. Yeah, or I guess we can just continuously spawn ships at intervals, as opposed to having you accept anything. Just say, hey, there is a trade coming in at this moment. But even still, we need to have a basic concept of a trade.
Yeah, you have the event, which you accepted, which is kind of your receipt of that trade.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and when you accept it, then well, it should kind of pop up in this time critical list which you have on the left side of your screen.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
Yeah. So either way, we'll need some kind of an event, some kind of
mhm.
whatever to call it. We need something
Oh, okay.
to make this whole
To make
cycle
events.
kind of kick off, right?
Yeah, exactly. Okay. Yeah.
So we need a ship landing event, whatever we call it. Let's see, what would this be?
Okay, that's interesting here. Somebody wrote, if a player is not delivering on what has been traded, the ship might come less frequent. That's an interesting thing. Yeah. And also ships visiting the colony become recognizable by name and shape. Player trades with them more often, they come more often. So it's like a kind of a, so if you do regular trades with them, they offer you this trade more often. Yeah.
Yeah, it's basically like a reputation system.
Oh yeah, basically, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, reputation by going like, okay, well, this was a trade which worked, therefore frequency goes up. Yeah.
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 Ships can take damage at landing by sitting while loading on the LC, which is under attack. Yeah. That's what you meant, Francisco. Yeah? So these things can take damage, of course. Yeah, if they get destroyed, and can't take off, they're sitting there on the landing zone and have to be basically dismantled, I guess. Ship might malfunction at takeoff or landing and might crash into the colony or on the outskirts. But pretty cool too, actually. Yeah. Okay, but you're still on how to get this going, this whole cycle. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, and so basically we'll need the event, which, what does that include? It includes like the I don't know, like the message.
Yeah. Can we have like a XML file or something which we read out and then make just a bunch of traits which we offer the player?
Yeah, the events have some set up already, I think, even with the XML.
Yeah. So that we can just add new traits to it, and then also easily balance the game. And then maybe later, when we know more about the game economy, how it works, etc., then we can put constraints to how a trade gets offered or not. Not for now, but later.
Yeah, and I almost wonder, like if we could do something like that, like eventually more dynamically, where like we could almost I don't know, like assign like kind of values to items, things that can be traded, and then
Okay.
basically based on that, make a trade about equivalent. But that would kind of take a little bit more stuff, which would be like, because like you don't want to have a trade where somebody's offering you 10,000 wood or something for like a, I don't know, like a piece of uranium or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
Whatever it might be.
Yeah.
Yeah, sure. But for now, yeah, just for testing, we can do something like much more rigid.
Yeah.
Basically just
I
having.
mean, even if it's rigid, we can have like variables in them, and they can be based on other stuff. For example, like ranges. Going like, okay, well, kind of randomize them. And the player has then to decide if that is a good trade or not a good trade. Yeah.
I mean, maybe there could also be the main thing you're going to export is going to be lucrum, I guess. So you have to fulfill the lucrum quota, and you just get something in exchange, and you don't know what it is, and you have no say in trading, whatever. It's you just get 5 wood, 2 drills, and then and it's randomized, and it's kind of, it makes you kind of look forward to actually kind of like I don't know, I don't want to say
the loot box.
I don't want to say that word, but you know what I'm getting at. So
yeah, I know what you're getting at. Yeah.
so you almost like a let's say a roguelike mechanic where you get a reward, and you don't know what
Right.
it is. I think that's very attractive.
It's very attractive. Yeah, I know what you mean. Okay, well, keep that in mind. I mean, even though for testing purpose we make it rigid, as I said, we can make variables, and they can be randomized, I guess. In there, going like, okay, well, pick a category, pick a number, a value, stuff like that. Yeah.
I mean, naturally, it would be something that kind of increases your tech tree almost, so it kind of moves forward the campaign. So you get stuff that's actually valuable in order to advance your production facilities.
Yeah, that's I mean, that's the progression event system,
Yeah.
basically. Yeah.
I mean, there could be a separate landing port where space pirates land or whatever, and you can trade, and it's kind of like an optional thing where but there's I always thought there's like a main lucrum quota.
It is,
port,
yeah.
Port, and
there's
yeah.
I mean, you will get these events for the quota constantly, but you can trade on the side as well.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay, got it. I also have a question regarding the landing. So right now it's a cutscene. Will it just naturally land while you like busy doing other stuff? Is it just maybe even off screen? And you have to move to the screen actually to witness it?
Yeah. Yeah, it's not a cutscene. They will land nevertheless if you're watching online.
Yeah. Okay.
It's a part of it's a cog in your factory.
Yeah. Yeah, and I don't know what happened to my Discord. I like cut out or something. But what I was saying about the roguelike stuff is even more like a roguelike would be like having multiple options. Known options as opposed to something random. So that again, like it gives the player choice of like, do I even want anything here, or like, dang, finally I got like a good trade. Just because I play a lot of roguelikes, right? And that's the way it is, like going into any of those rooms. Yeah, look at that, exactly.
Yeah. So this is like from RimWorld. So you have like these things. So there's like a little bit lore around it, and then tells you what is going to attack you. Then the first indication that, okay, well, this person trying to escape these people will work for you, and then you can accept, or you can choose your reward here. It
Yeah,
also
yeah,
gives you. It's interesting. It also gives you kind of indication on the marketplace how much everything is worth.
yeah, and that's most likely exactly how it works, right? Is yeah, like they probably have like a like obviously a tier, right? Like this masterwork or legendary or whatever, and then a value to figure out exactly what things are worth versus other things. Yeah, it's almost a must, I guess.
Yeah, I guess so too. But I would say let's get this thing rigid first, and then we can say, okay, well, we throw this out and replace it by something which is more like this here.
Yeah, I think basically what we can do is have like a trade offer struct, right? And yeah, basically just have a function or whatever that accepts a trade offer, and we just pass it in, and then eventually there'll be another system that actually fills these out with better information, but it's there, it'll work until the first piece of it actually passes it something better. Okay, ship landing event. And yeah, and then I guess we need I think the accept and like decline things are there.
Yeah, I don't know exactly if probably just doesn't have any consequence. But I think they're mostly working, yeah.
For message, yeah. And this should also inform the landing pad.
Yeah, there's like accept quest.
Yeah, and I get it. Oh, right. And we also need a landing pad drop down, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So
which landing pad?
And should this also show ones that are busy or ones that can't fit this thing?
Well, it should show the ones which are available. If one is already in a which will not work because the timing does not fit, So it's like 2 scheduled already on 2 landing zones. We're saying, by the way, landing pad, landing zone, landing port. We should you're using landing pad. Yeah, we should have like one.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Well, so this landing. Oh yeah, landing port, right? Because that's the port. Yep.
Well, I'm fine with landing pad.
Yeah. Yeah, I think it makes more sense because this thing is like I don't know. I mean, this thing's not really landing pad.
No, that's a landing port. That's the pad.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Right.
And together it's a zone.
Yeah. Exactly. And the port is like the thing that would like run the whole operation. So I think it makes sense to say we're connecting to a port. Okay. And yeah, so would you would you select this before you accept?
Yes.
In that message, and basically
in message, yeah.
Okay, what happens if you don't have any available ones? Is it just kind of sit there until?
Well, then you can't accept. Yeah.
Okay, and will it expire in I don't know, 5 minutes or something?
Yeah, it will go away after some time.
Sure.
Yeah.
Sure. Okay. Next time, if not. Okay. And that's okay. Okay, then we also need some ship names here. Okay, put these in.
Yeah.
Okay. Then yeah, I guess. Yeah, these should be split up probably a little more. Oh right, and then we'll also need, I guess, to so the message is there. Should we just have like one default message as of right now? Because there's various factions
Yeah.
that are coming and
Yeah, just a default. I mean, it could be in the XML file too. Yeah. How to phrase it? Yeah.
yeah, it would be like a
It's a communication opening. Yeah. So it's like how's it? Some comps, going in.
Mhm.
Here's ship whatever. We're exotic goods trader looking for
Mhm.
some profit to make. Are you willing
Yeah.
to do this? You have like this structure where you see what is traded.
Yeah, which I'm pretty certain as well that's like a little in. I feel like that's what Francisco put in is yeah, it's like the ability for these events to have localized content.
Mm-hmm. You know what? Just thinking about this port thing, this UI thing. What about if you can click the ship and it tells you that this ship, and the trade you're doing, but the port is, I mean, just a stockpile thing. How to split that up, I think it makes more sense because you click on the port and then you just see this ship and whatever. So this ship is sitting on the landing pad, basically, here. Okay, and then you can click on the ship and it tells you, well, this is the ship, this is the expected pickup, this is the payment, and this is how the pickup is doing. You see how much is loaded already. Okay, that makes more sense, I think. And it also tells you when it's going to take off. So there's a detailed view for the ship when it's sitting on the landing pad.
Yeah, the only thing about that is that then you have two things,
Yeah.
like two things you've got to click between to actually get the full picture of what's happening.
Which is fine, I think. For me, it's fine. You think that's a bad idea?
I think even if like the ship you can click on and it has its own detail view.
Yeah.
I think like personally, I wouldn't see the harm in having still additional information about the trade at this port.
What about if that is, I mean, you click on the port and you see the ship, you can click on the ship and it tells you the trade, even though it's not here. Because it's inbound.
Yeah, I mean, still the same problem. You still have an extra step.
Yeah, true.
And two menus you're bouncing between.
Well. Well, I like that idea more, basically. Click on the ship and then it tells you what is trading with you and also how much is loaded of it. And we have to. You see what is in here, and then it tells you how much is loaded. So it tells you what is expecting to load, and then we need another one where it tells you how much it loaded up. So pick up and actually loaded. Yeah. And then the payment thing.
So if you click on the ship, like it has its own detail view.
Yeah.
Why not just open this one if you press on the ship as well?
Yeah.
Like have the same detail view for both things.
Yeah. Okay. Yep. Basically, we could do this. I find it, I think, confusing to see the stockpile and.
Or we could have like an extension of this detail view, like another space over here that only shows up when the ship is there.
Yeah. Can I come back with you to this? Yeah, probably I'm going to incorporate into this this view then here. Well, I like the detail view for the ship, basically telling you the trade and what the ship is. I mean, if I mean, reputation at the moment is how it's just changing the frequency of this ship, you know, coming back. But what if your reputation is a little bit more later, you know, faction wise? So you're trading with this company more, you're trading with the pirates more, etc. and so on.
Yeah,
You know?
yeah. I think without a doubt, a detail view for the ship is necessary.
Mm-hmm.
And but I also think that removing the information from this, I mean, it's not like it originally had it, right? So it's not like we're taking it away. It's just like the idea.
No.
But now that it's there, like between the two options, I do think it's a worse player experience to not have it there.
In the loading port.
In the port,
Yeah,
you know, as well as somewhere else.
Yeah. Okay. Mm-hmm. Okay. Well, then I have to maybe do it a little bit more modular or something. Okay. Let me get my head around it, and then come back to that tomorrow. How we do this? Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Good. Mm-hmm. Okay. What else about the events?
I'm actually not really sure there. That might be about everything. Yeah, is there anything else you can think of, Francisco?
No. I think that should be enough to prepare for what comes after.
Yeah. Mostly we just need like something spoofed to fire it off. So.
Okay, maybe in-game ship only shows percent of loading or something, and is not clickable. And details panel of the port shows any detailed information. Yeah, that's an idea. I mean, we have like worldview information, something like this somewhere else?
Could be. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, we can make a world space panel. That's a good idea.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, then you do not even have to click on it. Just hover over it, and you mean like with the camera and see, oh, this thing has loaded 2,500 of whatever. Well, okay, maybe the trades also get a little bit more complicated. So saying this in percentage might be a little bit problematic. You know, what about if this thing loads 5,000 lucrum and I don't know, 200 copper pipes? Yeah, you can't really say this in percentage then.
Yeah, yeah. I would think it's just like an overview of, like at a glance, and just like you're passing by and you see, okay, this thing's like halfway full or whatever.
Yeah. Okay. I mean, what we're gonna have anyway is like these speech bubbles, so there will be a little bit more information flying around in the world as text anyway. Yeah. But also, I'm a huge fan of the interface. The game is the interface, right? And I mean, we don't have this here. It's pretty opaque, so it's not like a stockpile where you see what is in there. You don't see the ship kind of loading up stuff inside and so on. Yeah, you can't really see how it loads. Yeah. Also, I mean, we're all big fans of overcomplicating stuff. Yeah. I mean, we can still make adjustments to this. I urge us to get this ship landing event thing going and have this placement thing going, and then I think we can make adjustments easily to all of this. What do you think?
Yeah, no, I agree. Yeah, I agree. Yeah, I think the base functionality is important. All like the flashier stuff around it, like the UI, the detail view, I think is important, but but there's a lot of stuff that we'll be working on. So so there will be time to think about this.
Yeah. Okay. What else here? What about this damage thing of the landing pad? It has to understand that, for example, if you go in and do terraforming, it should find out that this landing pad is not working anymore.
Yeah, that's this.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's this.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I'll like, what does this landing pad actually look like? Does it look like these things, or is it just?
No.
I
think just the lights.
It's
whatever
just
is
lights,
inside.
and when you click on it, it's a shader. Yeah.
Okay. Perfect.
Yeah. And it's up for the player to make a nice looking one. Yeah. So it also should understand that there are maybe flow tiles.
Yeah.
And maybe later you can make these struts, etc., and so on. I think it will be pretty cool. Yeah. Having these hanging over buildings, or cliffs or something. Yeah. Yeah, just thinking of it. Where is it? Here. Let's get the lagoon. So here's a landing pad. Boom. It just hangs over here, like in a James Bond movie.
And if it catches fire, there's water on it.
Yeah, I might need this laser, trying to cut the hero in half. And it takes, like, I don't know, an hour to do so. So enough time to actually escape. Okay. Good. What else do we need here? Is this exhausted as talking point?
Yeah, I kind of think for a first initial like implementation, basically for the entire implementation of it, like a first pass of it. Yep.
Where are we with the Kickstarter page? Do we have time in the art department for these ships, or is it something which we can kick down the road and go like, okay, well, we can do these later too. We don't have to do them right now, do we? No.
No.
I think I think we're pretty close to the finish line as far as I can see. So Leon has finished new headers. Aaron is working on those text boxes, which also may include those very headlines. And then we have this about the team section, which we can update later on as any section. So I'm pretty sure by the end of the week they won't be involved anymore. And I'm that's my goal, to send it up for review.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Well then.
Because at one point we have to launch at least the pre-launch.
Yeah.
site.
Yeah. Or we don't have to then do in the sprint planning to talk about all the different ships we're gonna build. Yeah. We can easily do them later.
Yeah. I assume that Tony and Francisco have to implement the the mechanics, and then ships are gonna be added later, correct? And you can pre-swap. I imagine you can just swap them out, and for now you can just use the existing ships that we have.
The Magpie and the Eventide.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Exactly.
Okay. That means also that we are going to have like models where these engines are going to turn, right, with animations. Is that something which is hard to do for other models, or is this something which we can just say, okay, well, there's an animation going for this model when it lands? Also, different sounds, basically. That's another thing.
Yeah, for the ships.
Mhm.
Yeah, so we actually, that probably is something as well, right? Is just like ships. I don't really know. Yeah, so they'll have their own assets. Yeah, there's actually a lot more information about a ship.
Sounds.
Yeah, sounds, exactly. Yeah, name. I guess faction.
Yeah.
And yeah, so I don't really know. Like basically we could. So we don't have anything like the Magpie is just animated. But like we could also try and do something. Yeah, either animations also, or like have it, kind of do like a fake, like balancing kind of thing until it lands. Something like that.
Well,
but...
not the one which we had before, where it goes like this. Where it kind of juggles, and doing this. So I like I mean, it could be pretty rigid. Maybe we can have the angle on how it starts and lands different, but the point where it lands is always the same, Yeah. So that this is like the variety, where it comes from and in which angle it lands. So it does not look like all this they're landing on in the same orientation. So a little bit more of a variation. But basically, it's the Magpie animation, how it lands.
Yeah.
Yeah. And also we have to think of, well, this thing is not on level 0. It can be also on level 6 or something, very up or one level down even. When it comes to direct this animation, how the ship lands and it actually sits there. How do you do this, by the way, when it sits there? Is it going to be, it's just going to be still that asset from the animation, right? Yeah. Okay. And then when it takes off, well, we need a takeoff animation. We never had one. Yeah.
I mean, I guess it can be the landing animation reversed, just as a temporary thing, but...
Really?
The smoke just flies in.
Yeah,
it sucks it in.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Okay,
about
without
the
the
smoke.
smoke.
Yeah, the smoke one we have to also talk about. I'm not so a fan of the smoke.
Yeah, but that like you saying you're not a fan of any placeholder stuff. It's like that's fine. Like we need an artist to come through and redo like all those things.
I think Leon. I mean, we're looking at the animation now. I think Leon, you would do some stuff different now, right? With the knowledge you have now.
Probably. I was kind of thrown into cold water with the VFX stuff at first.
Yeah.
But I feel like I have a better understanding now. So, yeah, I guess.
Right. Exactly. So, because what I saw was like, let me do this again here. Yeah. First of all, it's very pixely, the smoke, and still have like this idea of I mean, how these starships of SpaceX, when they attempt the landing like 2 years ago when they tried to do this in Texas. Yeah. So there's like smoke coming up. There's smoke going to the sides. And there's debris flying. I mean, we already have some sort of debris here flying around. But I wish that would be more.
I also feel like the lights don't make sense.
The lights of what? Of
like the lighting in general. If you compare the ship, like it seems for now there's like clouds on the sky, so there's no direct sunlight. But the smoke seems so illuminated, I feel.
Yeah, true.
Partially from the engines, but
yeah, I think it's because the smoke uses like a fake kind of ray marching lighting. And I also think that it uses the pixel UVs instead of just like normal UVs. So that's why it's so pixelated. Yeah, but really anything could change, right? Like it could use a different smoke texture. It could use like a complete rewrite on the VFX, basically anything.
Yeah. Question is, do we want to do it now, or do we want to say, okay, well, this is something which can wait? I would say that there's a lot of other stuff to do at the moment.
Yeah, and I think that Leon and Aaron are both like already swamped with stuff.
Yeah. Oh, that's interesting. Do we still have this? That the fire is making noises and damage?
Nope. Shouldn't be.
Okay.
Which branch is this?
Fuel task.
It could be. It could be there. If yeah, most likely because fuel and combat were branched off at the same time.
What is going on?
It's like an explosion everywhere.
There's an explosion going on now. Okay. Good. I want to show actually the starship landing. So, you really look at the smoke of this thing here.
Yeah, maybe you can also post a link in the chat. I cannot stream this.
I cannot stream this?
No, I cannot stream it. You can't stream it. I cannot disclose your window. So otherwise you get flagged.
Oh, really? Okay. Here, so. You see that, I mean, there's like this smoke wall kind of crawling off, and then as soon as thing comes close to the ground, then there's also smoke coming up, and it kind of completely engulfs the ship. It kind of lands in this smoke part thing, and it's gone. Can't see it anymore. Yeah. Right? So something like this would be cool with cool particles. Okay. I'll put it in here. Smoke and fire animations while landing and takeoff. Okay.
Yeah, and I think most likely those things are not making like anything that is like a polishing sort of thing that's not functionality is not getting in.
Yeah. How much in these 2 weeks do we get in?
Well, so the whole landing pads for sure.
Yeah. Then the ship landing event.
Yeah, the event. Yeah. So ideally, we get in. I think that the base of putting down a landing pad. Yeah, I guess it depends on on how we want to go, right? Like if we just want to get prioritize the functionality over like some of the other things that are more also polishing, right? Like the lights, for example, these blinking lights will take a little bit, and also are not needed for the ship to come down, pick up stuff, drop off its stuff, and then leave. Just as an example, right?
Okay, yeah, let's take the one orange. So what is all? I completely agree. I would say functionality over polishing for now. What else is polishing? I mean, for these here, many ships that would be polishing. Right, ship planning event. This one. Oops. This is needed.
Yeah, and I would
basically everything here. Oops.
Yeah, I would also leave this because either way we need to kick off this event, and then basically anything that is that's listening to it will figure out what it needs to do.
This one here, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And well, message. No, we all need this one here. Okay.
Yeah.
Except this one here. Does not have to expire, but I don't know how you feel about it.
Yeah, that I think that might already be implemented, and it also wouldn't take very long.
Okay. Good. Okay, then we have some triage here, I guess.
Yeah.
All right. That's then. So this one first, that's second, and that's third. In that order, I guess. Just yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then the only other things that like also we could get away with are these two things, but I also kind of think those are like pretty close to core functionality.
Well, the sensor, I mean, only when we have damage, right?
No, you also need it for the expansion thing. Yeah.
I thought that would be the validation.
Yeah, that's validation.
Okay. I thought it's the same thing.
Yeah, I mean it kind of is like for the sensor we're gonna do the validation again for everything, right?
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Yeah.
Might involve something else, but.
Yeah, whereas this one is basically like it's some increments, or maybe like when it's told that there have been some changes, that it needs to verify that it still is like a valid landing zone, or still has a valid landing zone.
Yeah, I'm just wondering if people, I mean, if they put up, if they put the thing in a hole, basically, and put up walls around it, and our ship is trying to land inside of it, I mean, we just go through it, right? So another thing would then be this, what we talked about here. If the thing hits something in an attempt to land, then it should kind of crash, So yeah. Just wondering how this would look like. It's not going to be in this sprint, obviously, and not in the next 2 weeks after that. But at some point, maybe could be part of the structural integrity story, something like this, where we have like parts or things collide with other things. So if like debris falls down, and hits things, that it does damage. So it
Yeah.
could be a whole spaceship going through a 5-story building or something.
Right. Yeah, which yeah, which like also that's a little at odds with like the so like the magpie animation, for example, right, is like a canned animation. And and for like anything that we'd want like interactability or like interactivity with, yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I suppose we could still use animation, then just cut it and like use the position data, like the transform data, and then start simulating it.
All right.
Sorry.
Okay. Okay. Is that something which we? I mean, the ones which we took out, but the other ones. So placing of the landing pad, expanding of the landing pad, the ship landing event system, and basically the ship manager. Is it something which we can do in 2 weeks?
I mean, it doesn't seem too bad.
Yeah, but that's really if you know, like, as well, like if that's really mostly what we're working on.
Mm.
Yeah.
I mean, it already has parts of trading in. We also have like time for trading / landing pad in the next coming 2 weeks after that. But I
Yeah.
rather would have expand this, you know, all the stuff which we said, well, this is extra.
Yeah, yeah, and I would say that like, yeah, I think we might as well just plan for everything and and just go through it.
Yeah.
You know, because whether or not we finish everything, you know, like all of it needs to be done before we move on to trading.
Right.
But I would definitely feel pretty good that we'll get like a very large majority of it done.
Mhm.
Yeah.
All right. That's good. Okay. And then I would say I propose we do a little break and then continue with the sprint planning 2 after that, which is going through the details of every task. Yeah. Okay.
Right.
And then for everybody else joining us today, thanks for the interest and
Thank you, guys.
also for your comments.
Yeah. Thanks,
Hopefully-
everyone.
Yeah. There's a ton of suggestions in the comments, and we haven't like responded to each of them, but we'll definitely look through them again. There's some cool ideas in there, definitely.
Yeah. All right. See you then next Wednesday. Till then.
All right. See you guys.
Maybe. Thanks.
Yep. Bye.
See ya.